Bote to everyone. Hello, Fochio Felicien here from DITC Cameroon, a DIA co-op in partnership and collaboration with the WADA, trying to bring Web3 technology in Africa. So we are here today to, close out our funded project in Fund 7, Dev Journey into the DID paradigm. And before I get started, I just want to put everything in context. It all started with us identifying a critical problem here on the ground and deciding to, suggest something to solve the problem. And into this journey, we learned a lot and we had a lot of fun. And that really pushed us to think about like potential horizons that could, extend what we started on the ground to, higher levels. Let's get into it. So the change brought about by DID, the DID paradigm is groundbreaking, especially when it comes down to the Cameroon context. Conventional developers here in Cameroon are not at ease with the old concept of identity, let alone new concepts of identity, hence decentralized identity. So, with our time here on the ground, since we moved here, we realized that there was a need to not only get them grounded in the notion of identity, first of all, then bring in a new concept in such a way that we will have, covered the founding building block of what identity is or could be in this context. So the solution that we came up with really consisted in designing and implementing a project-based dev curriculum, just to allow developers to learn through, getting their hands dirty by creating a solutions, no matter how small it is. The idea here was just to make sure that we are walking them through the step in a holistic way by combining theoretical material, and we'll get into that, with the, practice. And it's exactly what we've been doing since this project was funded. So it all started with a curriculum, and here we did leverage two core resources that allow us to refine the curriculum we suggested at the time of, proposing this project on Project Catalyst. And those two resources, as you can see in the picture here, are implementing domain-driven design and self-sovereign identity. Implementing domain-driven design was really about picking up one example, taking advantage of the architectural aspect that we have in this book, and also the fact that it talks specifically about the notion of identity and access management, which is strictly related to the concept of identity, and it kind of shows how it is done today, with the concept of an account-based identity or federated identity, or lastly, decent, account-based or federated identity. So the next book, which is Self-Sovereign Identity, is really the one that we spend the most time on, because this book allow us to, very gently introduce the concept of cryptography to our developers. Then we also leveraged the book to introduce the concept of distributed ledger technology in a general sense. And within that book, we made sure that we really spent a great amount of time on talking about the three different models of identity we have, going from centralized, passing through the federated model, and ending with the decentralized and distributed model. Lastly, we talked about like the building block of DID. Uh, then we touch a little bit on the DID architecture and finish with a brief introduction to Atala Prism SDK and what it could be used for. So the content elaboration really is where we spend most of the time. We did elaborate three paths of three curriculums and accompanied with a lot of content. It started with digital identity, where we kind of focus on the concept of identity in a general sense, and then went down to talk about how SSI we started with old-fashioned identity and went step by step and climb up to decentralized identity to end with SSI and an introduction to Atala Prism. Next, we talk about distributed ledger technology. We have a specific curriculum on that where we define concepts, introduce uh, um, our user to the founding building block of distributed ledger technology, unit of value, transaction, wallets, and so on. And we finish by conceiving and implementing a fully functional EI identity and access management system that you can check out through the written report that will accompany this video. So the last step or the horizon we are looking into here is really to spread this content. We have a lot of written material, a lot of recorded material on YouTube on our channel. And the idea here is that all this concept, we first of all taught it internally within our hub with our interns that are going through some intense training. And then we are leveraging it to do our November hackathon, which is the last in the series. It's in the context of another project that was funded. And lastly, we have been publishing all this content in our social media platform. It's on our YouTube channel, it's on our Discord, and making sure that our growing community is having access to it. And that is those are the avenues that we are using to spread out the content. So key learning. So first of all, new paradigm. It's incredibly hard to bring in a new paradigm. Project-based learning to us was gold because it really helped us help the developers to ground the concepts. And also we noticed that starting from the ground up, as we are doing with everything, and using a holistic approach is really key to all of this. I just want to say Matondo, Matondo, Matondo. It stands for thank you, thank you, thank you to the whole Cardano community and to the unconditional support that we've gotten so far. And if you want to reach out to understand more about what we're doing here on the ground, that's our contact information. I will see you in our next closeout reports. Thank you.